All right, so today is Sunday, just after 1 o'clock. Just got back from having lunch with grandparents. Mom and dad are out in Cleveland, Ohio at a Corvette car show and see my sister. So they're out and house to myself. So grandma came here early morning around 10 o'clock, stayed for about 3 hours, mainly focusing on polishing some chrome, working my windshields that had some issues. These were all fine. We got the widescreen. These are all fine, but some scratches from the wiper blades. They're still good blades. They said don't replace them, so we're good. But clean the glass up, clean this up. When you have the windows up, when the guy painted the truck blue, but also red, actually, they try to match the original color. Like here's the original color, and you see a hair of red that does not match, so they painted it twice. There's some overspray on the sides and the top of the double pane, so we gotta paint all off, overspray. These are bubbles, so obviously there's moisture getting into the seam here, but nothing I'm worried about. It's old, so leave it alone. Windshield's good there. On this side we got, this one was really messed up. This window was really screwed up to where I almost needed replaced, but also this one too. So bring it up. But also we also got this cleaned up. Few tricks we did was get a cloth, a towel, and dip it in vinegar, white vinegar, and then just let it rest on here for about half an hour, whole width resting as we go to other projects. Come back, pull it off, get the paint scraper, use this tool, and just, you want to scrape it vertically. Do horizontal, might get some scratches and lines. If it's vertical, your eyes don't see vertical lines too often than horizontal lines. So if you do make a scratch by some means of metal and glass, you won't see as much. But just mostly just trying to pull and scrape all the badness off vertical. So we did that. That's all clean now. There's a hair bit left, but enough where it's way better than where it used to be. And this pocket as well is complete. I feel you need new bushing. Whatever, it's fine. Not my side I'm using most often. But yeah, that's done. So this is one worst window. So the whole entire window you cannot see out of. I mean, just the middle you cannot see out of. There's still a little bit of residue left down here of it. We don't know what it's from. Don't know what's splashed on it. Could be birds from the warehouse sitting the summertime. So wintertime is a plow truck. I only got driven currently 8 miles since 07. So that's since the last oil change and all, 8 miles. So it's not much sitting. So the oil residue sitting on from probably sitting in storage. So there's that damage. We had it repaired and cleaned up. And this windshield was horrible. It's got one chip in it and one crack into it, but nothing I'm not gonna replace it for any reason. Stone chip and one crack, which is nothing major. This gasket on this windshield needs replaced. That one seems to be okay, not leaking. Snowplow truck, you don't really notice it, but in the summertime, it rains on it. Or washing the truck off, it does seep inside. So I think for now, to make it like more this style, I'm gonna just do some caulking just to make it work for now. Once I do pull the cab off, then I'll go ahead and fix it right. But so did that, so that's all cleaned up nicely. And same deal, we got a cloth, dipped it in vinegar, let it soak for almost an hour on this one, and we focused everything else, then this one will last, let it soak a lot. So that helped. So now the glass is all happily clean, see-throughable, so that's done. Next we worked on was my door handles, all painted blue. I power washed them off what I could. There's still some left, and it still needs to be polished, but it's some remaining left, but I'm okay with this stage. The other handle has a little bit more to come off. And I noticed this. This is not original. This is a DIY cut. It's rough cut, it's pointy. It's not like that. It's like $80 to get a new door handle. They want cheap and made their own, which if it works, it works. Can't open it, it works. So, hey, I'll keep it. So, there's that. And then since Grandma's here, she does sewing for me, all my sewing projects. So this seat needs repaired, which I'll give to her eventually. But for now, I just gave her the door handles, these door arm rests. These get new fabric on both of them. And then my sun visor on that side needs replaced. So she's gonna get all new fabric matching to the seat gray. It's not original, but it's a good piece of fabric. I'm not gonna replace the whole seat, just fix it in general. So it gets gray. Headliner, I'm not gonna replace it. I'm gonna pull it off, make a new light mount up there and make it useful, but not be factory headliner for my build, my projects. So I'm getting a few stickers added on slowly as I find them in my shop, hang them up on magnets. So that's done. That's what I'm doing there. Nothing else really changed below. I did view all WD-40 things I plan on taking off sometime soon, and stuff that just moves, like doors on hinges and seat hinges and stuff like that. So I start spraying them so they can start soaking, and I need to pull it off. Hey, I need to pull it off now. It's ready to go. Versus it's gonna be stuck for a while. So I did those. And then what else? Something else back here. I did crawl underneath the truck with Grandpa here and working the fuel line. Like, I make sure the fuel line's all good up front. The carburetor is beautifully clean. It's only 8 miles on it since it was fully rebuilt. It looks like it was ultra hard and clean almost. So good work. But the fuel line I trust it doesn't look corroded, looks still stainless new. Goes into the gas tank. Right around the gas tank where it goes into, I see fiberglass. There's a patch. Down below, I see some rubber residue, like no, it's like undercoating, but it's only a little drip. It's not much. It's like plastic dip almost. I don't know, something like that. So that's something I'm scared about. And then this fuel tank as well. There's Bondo right there. So 3 concerned spots. There's actually 1 dent here too, but dent's not my big worry. So my big worry is that mainly, and the fiberglass, and then that little residue. So my big worries. I get my stick, stuck it down there. The gas tank is bone dry. I still smell fuel, but it's bone dry down there. So that's the fuel line stuff. As for brake lines, I'm gonna do all new brake lines, new master. But wheel cylinders and pads, I'll have to check those. I'm not gonna buy them. Most likely the cylinders in your place, but I'm not gonna spend the money as I need to, but for sure for trustworthy and safety, I'm doing new lines and new master. But for pads and rotors, no rotors, but pads and cylinders I'll have to check on for money aspects, expensive. So there's that. Up front here, I'm about to go to my friend David's house, pick up another build project. I'm gonna build part of it and then sell it for a profit. Do that, come back home, and then go to Advance Auto. This is the battery I have laying around that's good and new. And last night I checked the lights all work, and the horn works, but it's the wrong battery. It does not fit that cradle. It's the wrong side post, and also it needs to be negative, positive here, negative there. Doesn't fit or reach. And these are the nut style. I need the terminal style, so totally wrong battery. The original one I have is from 2011, so that's the last time the battery was replaced, in 2011. Dad has topped off the, it's not water, it's distilled water. Topped that off, and then he's charging it now. So that's charging, hopefully. I'm still gonna buy a new battery. I don't trust 2011 batteries, that old. But I'll bring that for measurements and terminal location and size, and then bring this one back. I went to Advance Auto one time. I asked, like, I have a battery here for my truck I bought. Now part of the truck out, the battery now sits, no use for it. I've used it twice with my winching, but only turn the winch would be on this, which then would be useless. So can I bring the battery back, get a refund, or exchange it for a different one? So in this chance, like 2 weeks ago, I was gonna just exchange it for cash. He said I could do so. Dad says, I don't think you can. But then here I need a battery, so I'm probably going to exchange it for a different battery. Plus bringing in 2 cores. I have this core plus one of my scrap yards. So I have 2 cores and one original battery to get measurements from, and then this one for exchange. I am not sure, but we'll bring all of them and see what we can do. And the next thing is Grandma kind of got bored and like curious. Like she starts seeing some copper and brass here, and so she started steel bowling it. So I got my water wheel out, just did the water wheel and vinegar and just spraying it constantly, and it's almost brass. It's not copper green when it gets old. That's just weird. But I want to leave it the way it was for patina use, but I need some shine every so often, a little spot to the vehicle, some shine, some chrome showing. So I'm gonna do what I can, but like this whole piece of black, leave that alone. What I can't get to, leave it be. But have some shine to the vehicle. That's about it for that talk. So, yep, that's about all I can talk about right now. So, alrighty. And right now I'm wearing the t-shirt I bought at my Willys reunion event I got back from this Friday night. And so one guy is selling some Willys Overland Trek shirts. So I got one. Shared about two. I'm not sure now, but yeah. I don't want to get too dirty. I chose not to get. They had black or green. I'm wearing green right now, but yeah, I don't want to get too much dirt on it. It's a Jeep shirt. I'm going to get dirt eventually on it, but I don't want to get black because black you die in the summertime heat. Black you don't get dirt on. You don't see that much. So I just get green. I have so many black shirts. I need different colors. So, and all my shirts I have are all mediums and larges. I'm extra large now. 5 years later on from owning Jeeps, I'm extra large, so they don't fit me. So now they're all kind of like wall art on this stage point collection of shirts. Anyway, that's that. So I'm gonna get back to work, a little bit more cleaning, and then move on to David's house, get a chassis, bring that home, put on skids for now until I get to it, and then go get a new battery, and then haircut, and then back home. So, all right, thanks for watching. Bye.